Hey guys, Dr. Anime here, and I haven't really talked much about this series, Boruto. I'm more focused on Naruto for a few videos, and I still been reading the manga. I stopped watching the anime for Boruto because some of the fillers were just. It's like it's like it's turned into Dragon Ball Z slash Super, where the scalings don't make sense anymore. Like, you'll get a feat that will put the characters at a certain level, and then like later down the line, you get feats that put them that make you think like, wait, they already did this. How are they doing this? Like, it just makes no sense. Like, I would put Boruto's crew based off of their feats and stuff that we hear about. Like, I would put Boruto's generation above Naruto's generation when they were kids in part one. Like, we are told, or not even told, like, we are shown and told that these kids got better training than Naruto's generation. Like, in Naruto's generation, they had, they only, I think they had a written test to graduate, but they had to perform the clone jutsu and transformation jutsu. But, and for Boruto's generation, they did all that, but then they also had to fight Jonins. Now, these Jonins weren't going all out, of course, and they had to just hit a target, and it's like everyone versus these couple of Jonins. Like, it was four of them. Kakashi, Shino, Konohamaru, and Anko, I believe, right? Those four. And Kakashi was more like the last boss, so he was like behind. It was just the other three versus all the other Genins. Now, we see that Sarda and her group were able to at least defeat Konohamaru. And it wasn't like it was an easy fight or anything like that. And it's not like he was trying to kill them, but the fact is, they were still skilled enough to do that. Now look at when Team 7 tried to face off against Kakashi with the belt test. They None of them performed close to as well as some of these new generation kids. And then we see Boruto fight Kakashi by himself, and Kakashi himself even states that Boruto's skill sets are that of a Chunin, is a cut above the rest and stuff like that. All Boruto really needs is experience, really, and more training, and a better mindset, I would say, at that point. So we already know that, like, Sasuke fought Chunins, like the two brothers that he fought when they were heading to the bridge builder's town. Those two were Chunins, but there's different levels of Chunins, of course. So even if we say Boruto is low tier Chunin, that's still low tier Chunin. Like, there's mid tier, there's high tier. Like Haku, I would say between mid tier, probably mid tier, and then his special jutsu, the ice mirrors, would let him be higher than that. Because we have other Chunin tiers, like later on, that give stronger Naruto and Sasuke versions trouble, such as the Sound 4. They're all Chunin tier. Like, they stated themselves that they can't fight a Jonin without going full force and having to work together. Like, it was two of them versus one Jonin, and these Jonins were tired. It was also stated that these Jonins were almost out of chakra. So, it's still two of them going curse mark level 2 against one tired Jonin. And even then, they gave everything they had just to win that fight and leave. And even then, they still didn't kill the two Jonins. They just left them in state where they could die if they just, was left. So, it's stuff like that. And then later on, we have Boruto, Sarada, Shikadai fight Akudas, which are these Earth-type dolls. And these Earth-type dolls already killed multiple Konoha Jonins. So you're telling me these Chunin tier ninjas are defeating opponents that killed Jonins. and then later down the line, like they have trouble against, you know, joining tier characters. Like, come on, by themselves at least, because they just get stronger as the series go on. But enough of that. I read the current chapter of Boruto. What was it? Chapter 55. And it had me think, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, Kurama pulled out this new form out of nowhere. Like, see, this is the issue. Like, the writing. Like, come on. Like, I love the series. Like, I grew up pretty much on the series too. Like, it was one of the ones that got me into anime. Like, I watched Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff, but that's back before I knew what anime really was. It was Naruto that got me into anime, I would say. And, like, the writing for part one, great, perfect. And then it just started to get worse in Shippuden. Like, I know it's an opinion based, but, like, I'm holding it to a high standard. Like, I'm comparing it, like, from story. Like, the characters are great. I would say characters are great. Character development, stuff like that. But, like, then you're gonna, like, when you rush it and stuff like that, that's when it gets a little too... And then, like, come on. Anyways, let me, like, with this chapter, that new form, the Bayon form, whatever, like, we find out from Kurama that it takes his life, not Naruto's. But see, that's so Naruto lives, Kurama dies, right? But and then, like, Naruto starts off with saying, like, his last words were like, "You killed my mom and dad," and then he goes, "No, I'm glad that you always been there." Like, shouldn't that have been a conversation they had, like, years ago, like a decade ago? Like, you killed my mom and dad, like, kind of thing. Left me alone, gave me a hard life, tried to take over my body, you know, like, multiple times. Like, that's something that they, like, Naruto jumped into being his friend and accepting him back in Naruto Shippuden. But there's all these grievances that he never, like, talked about or anything like that. And it doesn't seem like he accepted it. Like, come on, like, the waterfall of truth that he had to do when he was training to learn how to control Kurama's chakra. He had an issue with ninjas wanting his autograph because they used to be the ones who ignored him and bullied him. So you're telling me he finally, of course, forgave them and all that stuff and forgave, like, but he didn't know about Kurama killing his parents until after that point. So you would think that there would still be a point of time where he would have to forgive Kurama. That should still be something in his heart. So that's something that I felt like the writing was, you know, like, wasn't great on, because technically he shouldn't have been able to have a clear heart. He still would have some hatred in him the moment he learned about that, you would think. But, like, so the power, I guess, well, one, it was like radiation too. So, like, that radiation should still be killing Naruto if it was used to kill Ishiki. That's something else that got me right there. Cause, like, and then Kurama leaving, like, not leaving but dying. It also makes me wonder, like, so Naruto. It even said, like, yeah, he even said, like, you're not gonna have what was it? Hold on. Let's see. It'll probably look like you're dead, but there's no more than temporary state of shock. Okay. Normally when a Bijou they die, but that doesn't. Whoa. Yeah, see, that's why I was gonna. I read it, but did I skip this one or this part? Normally, when a Jinchuriki Bijou is extracted, they die, but that doesn't apply to you. The Bijou chakra simply vanishes. So he doesn't die. But see, that's another thing. Is that only Kurama's chakra? Or is that all of Bijou's chakra? because he still had the other Biju chakra that were given to him. They weren't stored with Kurama's chakra. They were just given to Naruto himself. So would he still have those chakras in him? And another thing is, Naruto took out some of Kurama's chakra back in the time I mentioned, like in the Waterfall Truth training with B. He took some chakra out, and that was sectioned somewhere else, away from Kurama. So technically, even if Kurama vanishes, he should still have that separate chakra of Kurama stored somewhere else. Right? Like, that should still be there. So, I'm pretty sure Kurama said something about Naruto wouldn't have his super strength or nothing like that anymore. Hold on. Yeah, so Kurama told Naruto that Naruto believed that they both were gonna die. But it's just Kurama. Yeah, he says, be real careful, you ain't gonna have superhuman strength anymore. I mean, base Naruto already has superhuman strength. What the what? Like, he's already strong. And he has Sage Mode too. But, what I was gonna say, he should still have that mode though. At least be able to go to, Kurama Chakra Mode. Like, he should still have that. That power should be separate. Even in Naruto the Last, Kurama left Naruto's body to fight a golem. Naruto was still using Kurama's chakra. So you would think that he was using the chakra that was sectioned elsewhere, because he was in Kurama Chakra Mode mixed with natural energy to make, Kurama Sage Mode, I guess you could call it. And he was fighting Toneri with that mode when Kurama was off fighting the golem. And even then, Naruto didn't die because Kurama left his body either. Kurama left his body. Naruto should be dead right there. Or at least dying. But I guess you could say his Uzumaki body is strong enough to where that won't be the case. Or maybe Kurama left part of his will in Naruto to where Naruto wouldn't die, like how B was dying when he had... No, B would have died if the 8 tail was extracted from him, but he left like a part of his chakra in B, like a tentacle or whatever, and that was enough of his will to keep B alive. I think it was something like that, but I don't know, like that seemed like poor writing to me. Like, you just made up a mode that gets rid of Kurama. And Naruto didn't even use six path sage mode, like, with the chakra rods. Like, I said chakra rods, they're not chakra rods. Chakra rods are what the Renegon users use. Truth seeking orbs. There we go. He didn't use this truth seeking orbs at all. Like, that mode is what a lot of people were waiting for. See, and I know they did this to weaken Naruto and Sasuke. Like, all the readers know this. Sasuke lost his Renegon. Naruto lost Kurama. I mean, Sasuke still has his Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. He still has that. And then Naruto has his Sage Mode. So, if anything, they should still give Naruto Kurama Chakra Mode, because in the War Arc, when Sasuke used his Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, Naruto used his, Kurama Chakra Mode. And then they both looked at each other, analyzing power. So he's like, so that's his new eye power. And then Sasuke's like, that's his power when he's controlling the Nine Tails. So, it's stuff like that. Like, like they made a comparison there and stuff. I don't know. I guess... See, this is the issue when you make some characters too strong compared to the world, but... I don't know. I don't know where the story's gonna go from here now. Because apparently Ishiki is gone, but he left, I guess, pure power or whatever to this guy named Code. So now this Code guy is gonna have his power, and he's the new bad guy, but I don't... See, it's just weird though, like, when you think about it. I feel like Boruto could have been a lot better if handled a bit differently. And a lot of people think this way. Like a lot of people don't even like Boruto. A lot do, but it's like this chapter though. Like, come on. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Like, I feel like it like I feel like a lot of people do want to see Naruto be strong without Kurama. Like a lot of people were like, "Oh, well, how he would be nothing without Kurama." Like that's a joke that's been going on for years, and now Naruto is gonna not have Kurama, but and then Sasuke not gonna have the Rinnegan. But in my head, it's like these are powers that were just given to them. These aren't powers that they, earned through training. The Rinnegan was given to Sasuke. The Eternal Mangekyo was given to Sasuke. Kurama was given to Sasuke. Like, Sage Mode was at least trained and earned. So, I feel like, see, that's the issue with Shippuden, though. Like, they rushed the ending, gave them these powers, and now you take them away 10 years later, or 10 plus years later. Probably like 12 years later now. I don't know. What you guys thought of this new chapter, and what's your thoughts? Like, do you like how the series is going right now? Do you like see that that's an issue, but still okay with it? Like, I don't know. Like, let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next time, and let me know if you want me to talk more about Boruto or Naruto series, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.